serious shot on that wedge.
Yeah, massive hit. Yeti's trying to get to Ice Wave before he spins at full speed. Oh! Look at the air that Ice Wave got.
Ice Wave somehow stuck the landing like a gymnast. And now it looks like Yeti's not moving. They might have lost power in that hit.
I'm dead. You're dead? I'm dead.
Was that the knockout blow already?
10.
And Yeti's getting counted out. You gotta be kidding me.
Wow! And that's all it took, folks. Oh, that's a late hit.
That is it. And it's time for these bots to battle. Lockjaw gets caught up right in the teeth of Overhaul.
It's okay. Come on, get me out of here.
Quick start here right off the bat. And now it's Lockjaw on the tap.
Oh, he's gonna drive into the screws, and just at the last minute, Overhaul spins away. That's some great driving out of the kids from MIT.
Absolutely. You know, they are very low to the ground, and they have to be careful to not get stuck up against the wall there. And they're starting to set up an attack there, but look at the
Lockjaw goes over onto its back. Can it self-correct itself? It can! But now it's getting rammed right into the wall. So far, the youngsters guiding Overhaul, totally owning this fight against a legend.
They are dominating so far.
We've already seen Overhaul spin Lockjaw onto his back and does more damage into the rails.
That was a big hit. Lockjaw needs to come up with something. And
Oh, he's got him. He's got a hold of his right side. Lockjaw, can he flip Overhaul?
Jaw's down. Yep.
He got around to the side, but Charles really showing some excellent driving skills. He's able to escape that Lockjaw.
Now repositioning itself. Donald Hudson, a Hall of Fame driver, if we've ever seen one in BattleBot history, but now Overhaul gets pushed into the rail, very near the screws. Lockjaw trying to flip Overhaul, or Overhaul, if you will.
That's right. Now Lockjaw really looking for that suplex move. This really has been a battle of power here.
Both bots weighing near the 250-pound weight limit. Under a minute to go. Lockjaw, I think he's got to start earning some points, gets thrown into the rails, and Overhaul almost with a big lift.
I am very impressed with Overhaul here, and right now, they're just lower to the ground and they've been able to get underneath Lockjaw and push him around the battle box.
Again, trying to attack from the side.
Oh!
Less than 30 to go, and somebody almost got nailed by the pulverizer.
Come here.
Lockjaw backs out.
Come here. Gotcha.
Who's going to leave that last impression on the judges with a... Can it get up and correct itself in time?
Wow!
No, it's done. Get him and put it. Promote down. Hands off the stick!
And they are very upset with that late hit.
That's a late hit.
What a fight!
Great job, guy. Come on. No, I don't like the late hit. Oh, that was an accident. Shut it up, man.
Wow! Team Overhaul refuses to shake hands with Donald Hudson.
Still very upset about what happened. A perceived late hit by Lockjaw on Overhaul. And Lockjaw may have continued well after that final horn.
The judges' results are in. The winner by split decision is Lockjaw!
Come on, I have no idea. Come on, no idea. Certainly, great job, guys. Come on.
Let the last chance rumble begin. Gigabyte trying to spin up to full speed. Bombshell looking to strike the first blow, but we've got our first mishmash with Duck and Red Devil. Valkyrie gets spun and Gigabyte almost up on the screws. Bombshell delivering a huge shot. Oh, whoa, that was Valkyrie set against the screws.
Oh, man.
Duck getting taken for a ride by Lucky. Red Devil and Bombshell are hooked up. Gigabyte gets sent to the screws by Duck.
Valkyrie starting to spin up. Duck just ramming into Valkyrie.
Whoa! Lucky having some driving issues. Just sort of crab walking. Bombshell pushing around Gigabyte. Now Red Devil looking to scrap with Bombshell.
Oh, Red Devil, look at their treads.
Bombshell with the shot of the match so far. Red Devil just took another huge shot from Gigabyte as we're almost a minute into this thing. And Gigabyte takes another shot.
Yeah, Gigabyte holding up pretty well despite ramming into the side of the box repeatedly.
Red Devil out of commission. Valkyrie having driving issues. Gigabyte takes a couple shots from Bombshell into the air. Bombshell, the most aggressive team so far, Kenny. There's Gigabyte with a nice shot on Duck. Only half of the field has a functioning primary weapon at this point.
Oh, huge hit by Bombshell.
But Bombshell looks to be having drivetrain issues as these teams continue to scrap it out for the 16th seed in the tournament. Woo! Red Devil down. Bombshell is down. Valkyrie trying to go after Gigabyte. And here's Duck trying to get on the offensive, and it's smacked back by Gigabyte.
Oh, this is absolutely crazy, Chris. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Valkyrie and Gigabyte going at it. Duck still very much alive in this one, looking for somebody to fight.
And Gigabyte is stuck. They're going to be out of it. Valkyrie about to be out of it. Duck is going to be the only bot standing here.
We've got Bombshell down.
Lucky's moving.
Yeah, now Duck getting flipped a little bit by Lucky. Not much done there. Lucky looks half asleep.
Valkyrie still in this. He's going to try to ram him into Gigabyte. Duck almost able to ram Valkyrie into Gigabyte. He's going for it again, and he does.
Great job by Hal Rucker and Duck. Duck looking for somebody to pick on. Once again, Lucky's smoking. Red Devil down. Bombshell down. Gigabyte spinning in circles. Valkyrie can barely move. Duck looking to be the only bot still standing. Are we going to get a count out here? Has Hal Rucker earned the number 16 seed?
Oh, look at this. Bombshell's back. Bombshell's back.
Are you kidding me? Bombshell rising from the dead in the final seconds of this match.
Wow.
And that's going to make things very interesting, Kenny, as the judges will have to decide between Duck and Bombshell.
Great fight.
Absolute anarchy inside the box. How are the judges going to sort this one out?
Yeah, Bombshell delivered our first big hit of the fight, launching Gigabyte into the screws. Valkyrie sending itself into the screws. Swing and a miss right there.
And then what might have been the hit of the match. Bombshell tearing the tread right off of Red Devil, who at that point was down for the count.
And with a minute to go, it looked like Duck might be the last bot standing, pushing Valkyrie into Gigabyte. Not sure who scores the damage points there.
But in the final seconds, Bombshell sprung back to life, forcing the judges to decide between the team that dominated the first half of the match and the team that dominated the last. Let's go to Farouk with the decision.
The results of the Last Chance Rumble are in. The winner by unanimous decision is Bombshell!
So Bombshell gets the win and earns the 16 seed, and Hal Rucker can't believe it. It was an impressive performance by Duck, but apparently not impressive enough for the judges.
And a unanimous decision, no less. Wow.
All right, Judge Kenneth, give me your call on what you just saw.
That was a tough one. It was Duck that really suffered no damage at all. I thought his driving was phenomenal. I thought his strategy was excellent. I can see why he's so upset. However, Bombshell probably did the most damage.
And as we know, damage counts for 2 points.
Let the bot battle begin. Kindle trying to find his positioning. Already has that flaming hammer working, but don't get caught in the tooth of Quantum, and he is. Oh, look at that. Quantum's already got a hold of Blacksmith, Kenny.
Well, not only that, but I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. Quantum's tooth has already cut through Blacksmith. I've never seen anything like this, Chris.
Now remember, you can only hold another bot for 30 seconds, but Quantum's already pulling up, shaking Blacksmith like a dog with a chew toy. And something is smoking. Is that inside of Quantum?
I can't quite tell. It just might be.
Look at Blacksmith. He's like flailing around. like in one of those wrestling holds. Let me go, let me go.
I can't tell if it's the batteries of Quantum or the rubber of the tires of Quantum. There's not a whole lot of smoke right now. Oh, look at this.
Oh no, Blacksmith gets grinded on the bum.
Quantum has to let go of Blacksmith now, Chris.
You gotta let him go.
But look at that jaw of Quantum, tossing Blacksmith against the screws.
Come on, man.
There it is. Blacksmith's finally free.
Let's keep an eye on Quantum and that tooth trying to attack the backside of Blacksmith. Oh, look at the flame getting inside of Quantum.
Oh, it's another big bite here from Quantum. Same spot, it seems. And there's a fire inside of Blacksmith. It attacked that fuel spot, I believe.
Kenny, there's also a fire outside of Blacksmith.
Yes.
But that one's supposed to be there. Oh, look at this. Oh, is it a Winter Olympic year? Let's see a triple sow cow.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him over to it.
Well, Quantum has been taking Blacksmith on a nice tour of the battle box, but Blacksmith's here to fight.
Look at this, one more look. And not only that, he's doing quite the paint job with the Olympic rings inside the box. And let's remember, Quantum can only hold on to Blacksmith for 30 seconds, but let's see if that tooth that's impaled in there can actually release Blacksmith.
Yeah, that's been a problem. Quantum almost too strong for its own good.
Do what you can to release. We can't let him go.
Blacksmith is up in flames right now internally.
How are we getting out of there? He's in us. Put your controllers down, please.
Kenny, they are stopping the fight. Quantum and Blacksmith, they're still stuck together. I've never seen anything like this. We just got word that Al Kindle and Blacksmith could not be safely separated from Quantum. That means this now goes to the judges for a ruling. And there's a lot going on here because what we saw was Quantum twice just dig into Blacksmith. I don't know if because they couldn't pull that tooth out that the judges are going to look at that and say, well, that weapon doesn't do exactly what it's supposed to, which is let go.
Right, well, let's take a look at the replay here, Chris. There's Quantum attacking from the side. That's exactly what he wanted to do, and he punctured down with that 22 tons of force and cutting through it like a hot knife through butter, Chris.
This is something that we have not seen from bots over the years. Sure, they've held on to their opponents, but actually dig through to the point where they can't even dig their own weapon out?
That's so impressive, but I don't know what to make of this, Chris. The rules say you have to let go, and Quantum made every attempt to do that. They just couldn't. This is when I'm glad I'm not a judge.
Okay, looks like they've sorted it out, so let's go to Farouk to announce the winner.
The results from the judges are in. We have a unanimous decision. And the winner is Quantum!
All right, I'm here with your winners from Team Quantum. The good news is your bot works. It can puncture the top armor. The bad news is your bot works. It can puncture the top armor. What happened there?
That's great news. It's a problem for the opponents. If you put thick armor on top and we pierce through it, you're not going to come off, so you got to... That's up to those guys there. It's their problem to deal with our attack.
If you're back there in the pits watching those fights, you are very nervous right now.
I mean, what do you do? I mean, he put in extra armor on top and still just, whoop, just cut right through.
And that ended up becoming his downfall because it actually hooked, and that's why the tooth couldn't come back out. So that is what I call a dilemma, my friend.
Let the bot battle begin! Rotator's weapon ramping up to speed. Beta tried a little box rush, wanting to dictate the pace early, trying to line up that hammer shot. And Beta rams Rotator with that giant front wedge. Now delivers him into the battle box. Sparks flying as Rotator's blade makes contact with the battle box floor. Oh!
On again.
Rotator has to be careful to not let Beta rush them around too violently here, Chris. We've seen horizontal spinners catch a blade on the floor and blow themselves up before.
45 seconds into this fight. When's Beta gonna fire that hammer? It is so explosive.
Yeah, Beta definitely choosing to bide their time with that hammer. They've got the wedge working right now, Chris.
Uh-oh! Oh! And Beta uses
Rotator's disc against itself.
Exactly what I was talking about, Chris. Things can get very dicey for Rotator if they allow themselves to get bullied like that.
And here it is again. John Reed slams Rotator into the side of the box. Rotator retreats with that blade still spinning. And now going for a ride. Oh! My goodness, Rotator can take some serious punishment.
Beta with some amazing driving skill. John Reed on fire right now.
Oh! Kenny, it's amazing. 90 seconds into this fight, Beta has yet to fire that hammer.
He's trying to slow down Rotator, and then he's going to pour on the heat with that hammer, Chris.
Yeah, but when? We are closing in on 1 minute to go.
Whoa!
He's waiting for that primary weapon of Rotator to slow down.
I mean, Beta is trying to pin Rotator in the corner against the rails. It's not really working all that great, though.
He's got to be careful because if he does fire that weapon arm could be vulnerable to that horizontal spinner or Rotator, but yeah, I mean, he's got to start landing some damage.
It's gone! The Hammerhead is gone!
That's exactly what I was talking about. I think that's what he was worried about.
So without firing the Hammerhead one time, John Reed's weapon is gone. Can Beta win this fight without an active weapon?
This is going to be fascinating, Chris. Beta has been in control, but Rotator may have just pulled ahead with one swing of that blade.
But look at the driving by Beta. Able to keep Rotator off balance.
Incredible that Rotator's weapon is still working after all this contact. That thing is indestructible, never stops.
We're in the final few seconds. And Beta continues to push Rotator around. Will it be enough to secure the victory?
Well done. That was awesome.
Victor Soto seems super excited, but this one is in the hands of the judges. So remember, there are 3 different categories. 5 points for damage, 3 for aggression, 3 for control. Kenny, did you ever think you'd see a fight with Beta where he wouldn't fire his hammer?
I mean, yeah, I was really confused by that at first, but then when you saw that horizontal blade spinning, I don't think he wanted to take that risk. And we saw as soon as it made contact with the weapon armor, with the tip of that hammer, we saw it just fly straight off. But I thought that by far Beta won the control aspect of that fight. I thought Rotator was going for a ride repeatedly throughout that fight. I thought the wedge of Beta was doing a great job. So as far as control, aggression, I kind of give that aspect to Beta, but certainly losing your primary weapon did not look good. That's a lot of damage, and it was done by the primary weapon of Rotator. This is a really close fight.
So let's go to Farouk to announce the winner.
The results from the judges are in. We have a split decision. Judge Derek scored the battle for Beta. Judge Jason scored the battle for Rotator. Judge Lisa scored the battle for your winner, Beta.
John Reed, Gabriel Stroud.
How you doing? Wow.
Probably not as well as you guys are. Are you shocked by the decision, John?
I'm shocked. I'm not shocked. We dominated that through all the time. We only lost this bit. But if Peru will go back straight back on. It's just a flesh wound.
Now, were you guys not firing your primary weapon? You weren't firing that hammer because you were afraid that it would get chopped off? Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes.
We were trying to pin him, but he's so slippery, and
Right.
he keeps moving. Just can't pin him down. If we got him flipped over, then we would have given
Right.
him some goodness, but it was all about getting him into the sides.
Do you guys think that because of the aggression that you showed and the control that you showed that you ended up being victorious?
So we used the arena to our advantage and just had him against the wall, all over him all the time. So he was really just there for us to mess about with.
All right, guys, congratulations on your first victory this season. That was fun. Thanks.
Thanks a lot. Take care.
Victor Soto, the look on your face says it all. Are you shocked it didn't go your way?
I'm pretty shocked, yeah.
Why?
Although Beta was doing a good job pushing us around, I think we had some good control points at certain points in the match. And damage is supposed to be the biggest factor, and we did a lot of damage. They did no damage to us. They're holding the weapon they never fired in their hands, and we have maybe some scratches. Sorry, judges, I think you got it wrong.
Let the bot battle begin, and here comes that cow catcher. And it's caught huge. What does it do from there?
Well, that's the big question. I mean, it can isolate Huge. It can kind of box them in a little bit, but what kind of damage can it do to Huge? I'm not sure it's going to do anything.
Pete, when the judges are looking at this, what is considered the primary weapon on Hydra tonight?
I mean, Hydra's flipper is supposed to be the primary weapon, but this looks like it's going to turn into just a pushing wedge match for them, and I don't think that's going to score well.
And pushing is what Hydra's doing so far. Huge doing what it can to try and attack, but Jake Ewart using that giant attachment exactly as he told us he would, just kind of playing keep away right now. There you see Huge backing up, trying to make a run at Hydra. Jake Ewart receives them at the perfect angle and shuts Huge down.
Yeah, when you see it in action, Chris, Jake is doing a really nice job driving. And he's kind of flipping him over a little bit with that cow catcher. If he doesn't keep Hydra at exactly the right angle, Huge could catch one of those arms and rip it off. Hydra's agility, Jake's driving, paying off right now.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's the key, is that bar at some point has got to whack away one of those arms so he can cut the distance. All right, there you go. There's the first sparks.
And if you're scoring at home, that shot from Huge is probably a love tap in other fights, but in a match like this, that can prove significant, Chris.
Whoa! But now Hydra pushes Huge into the pulverizer and scores a shot with that 100-pound hammer. Wow!
There it is. There's endgame right there, buddy.
And with that shot, Hydra may have scored a few points. It's got Huge pinned now.
You need to release. Back up.
I'm not touching him. He can back up if he wants.
Back up!
Back up! Back up! I don't need to move anymore.
Well, you hear Jake Ewart saying, I'm not actually touching him.
He can move if he wants.
Back up.
I'm not holding
Jake,
him.
back up. I'm telling you to back up. That's a warning.
Back up. Fine, I backed up. There you go. Come on. Back up. Back up.
Wow, okay, Jake Ewart talking some
Backed
trash
up
to the
again. There you
referee
go.
as well, saying, hey, listen, I'm backing up. I'm giving him some space to move. I don't have to fully let him out of the corner.
It's like a big brother with his finger in your face going, I'm not touching him, I'm not touching him.
So Hydra has received the referee's warning, but here he is corralling Huge in the corner once again. That's a 10-second allowable pin before Jake Ewart and Hydra have to release Huge out into the wild.
I think Jake Ewart is doing the math and saying, I landed that shot with a pulverizer, now I'm just gonna run out the clock, and I don't care what you think about it.
And Jonathan Schultz, you can see the frustration in his eyes, and I'm not talking about the ones on the bot.
Oh, and another shot to the top of Huge from the pulverizer.
This strategy has really paid off for Hydra, and he's doing a great job of really isolating Huge and identifying a big weakness.
Final few seconds. This one's gonna go to the judges' scorecard.
Hey, Jonathan, I think it worked perfectly, huh, buddy?
All right, the match will be scored using an 11-point system broken up into 3 categories. 5 points for damage and 3 apiece for aggression and control. Jason Bardis, Lisa Winner, and Derek Young are your judges. And before we go any further, let's bring in our bot whisperer. All right, Pete, what did you think of the strategy overall?
I mean, wow. I mean, it totally worked, obviously, but is that the match you want to show to a judges? Like, this is all you had, was you had a sort of a cage to hold your opponent in. That showed no weapon, so was it aggressive enough? I don't know. I mean, yes, he totally got control, but, you know, was there any damage? They did get 1 hammer hit on the back of Huge, but I'm thinking that maybe Huge's 1 little hit with those sparks might be enough to call it.
Kenny, the strategy by Hydra worked, I suppose.
Yeah, he was kind of like a border collie, just kind of herding sheep over here. Just trying to get him over there in the box. Get over here. Come on, come over here. It's time to go home. Let's go. You've had enough, Huge.
And how frustrating must it have been for Jonathan Schultz and Huge, because there wasn't anything he could do. He tried to cut the distance throughout the entire match.
Well, I tell you what, Jake Ewart and Hydra, it wasn't exciting, but they did their homework. They really did, they got the right range on that cow catcher. They kept Huge on the outside. They really didn't take any damage at all. But how the judges are going to see this and how they're going to judge this one, I have no idea.
Well, let's throw it to Farouk, who has the official decision.
The results from the judges are in. The winner by unanimous decision is... Hydra!
That doesn't make sense at all.
Jake Ewart, we were questioning the strategy going in. Are you satisfied with the way it ended?
Yep, we were just getting the win. We don't want to take damage. I mean, BattleBots is all about strategy. And if I don't use my flipper and that's how I win, I mean, that's what we're going to have to do.
So what do you say to the people at home who are super excited that you have become the premier flipper bot here at BattleBots? They're saying, hey, we want to see if you can launch Huge up into the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Bronco last season try to do that. I mean, he's so gangly and he's such a unique design that it's tough to ever get a flip on him, even if my flipper did go high enough. So, I mean, we just played the control game. We kind of worked it, and I mean, at least I didn't give him an edge that he could hit me.
Were you a little concerned, though, with how the judges were going to call this one?
I mean, they didn't do any damage, and I had the hammer hits, and I had all the control, so I figured it was going to be pretty easy one way.
All right, Team Hydra, an unorthodox win to say the least, but a win. You guys are 2-0. Job well done.
Thanks, guys.
Jonathan Schultz, I can see it in your eyes. This must have been the most frustrating match you have ever experienced.
I'm here to fight robots, not bike racks. And whenever he's ready to have a real fight with his actual robot, we'll be here, batteries charged, ready for it, and we'll win it like we were supposed to.
Are you upset with Jake Ewart and his design?
I don't judge him in the least. He's got a robot that can't deal with Huge normally. He wanted to keep his robot safe, and that's what he had to do it. I 120% disagree with the judge's decision. He never fired his weapon once. He did no damage to us. All he did was sit there. So, again, happy to have a rematch anytime.
So, Jonathan, are you upset because that's not really the spirit of BattleBots in your mind?
That's correct. They were supposed to fight, but they didn't fight.
Let the bot battle begin! Fuzzy Malden's weapon already firing up. Oh, look out for that drone, that Spitfire. Oh, huge face-to-face hit. I would say Black Dragon got the better end of that one, Kenny.
Oh, and Kane comes right back with a heavy rebuttal.
Uh-oh, Black Dragon is smoking. Look at all that white smoke. Kenny, we have a new pope.
That huge hit by Texas Twister has totally knocked out Black Dragon's drum. Now the Brazilian team will have to rely on driving ability.
Oh no, Black Dragon's on fire, but not the good kind. This is some Brazilian barbecue in the middle of the box.
Yeah, and Texas Twister's having problems moving right now. Oh!
Look at this thing. It's overheated, but Black Dragon's still fighting its way.
It's got to be careful. Texas Twister still has a fully active primary weapon.
Whoa! Huge spin as Texas Twister was the business end of the tornado right there.
Well, Texas Twister doesn't have a whole lot of control right now, but I like this configuration for it even better because it's a little bit low to the ground. It has more control.
Whoa! Now the flame's been knocked off.
But now Texas Twister is up in flames as well. It is smoking. It might be the batteries, though.
We're smoking.
Oh, we're smoking.
And right now, both primary weapons for both bots are not working.
We got smoke inside the battle box. We got one thing that's on fire. This is crazy, all-out mayhem.
You see the belt hanging off a Black Dragon right now. That's not a good sign, but it is still very agile and taking it to Texas Twister.
Kenny, because all the smoke in the box, I can barely see. Let's go up to News Chopper 7 for a traffic report. Well, Chris, right now it looks like Texas Twister's caught on that on-ramp near the screws. He does get away with under a minute to go. Black Dragon still mauling Texas Twister, and they're coming right for us. Yeah, get in here. Mix it up.
Black Dragon is so low to the ground, it's getting underneath Texas Twister every time.
With under a minute to go, the kill saws are live now.
Go, run.
I have no pushing power.
I don't care. Just drive, move, faster.
Okay, stop talking.
Okay.
So both weapons are not active. You have to keep that in mind when the judges are scoring that.
It's coming down to horsepower right now. With both weapons out, the rest of this match is all about driving, Chris.
And who can use the BattleBots to their advantage? Yeah, Texas Twister takes it from underneath.
Yeah, Black Dragon put him right into those Hellraisers.
Ooh, the pulverizer, swing and a miss twice. Closing in on 10 seconds to go. Black Dragon still pushing Texas Twister, saying, yeah, I'm the bully, you big old Texan. What a debut for both of these bots. This one will go to the 3 judges. Each of them former BattleBots participants. Derek Young, Lisa Winter, Jason Bardis. Scoring on a 7-point scale this season. 3 points can be awarded for damage, 2 for aggression, and 2 for control.
The results from the judges are in. We have a split decision. Judge Derek scored the battle for Texas Twister. Judge Jason scored the battle for Black Dragon. Judge Lisa scored the battle for the winner, Texas Twister!
All right, I'm here with your winner, Texas Twister, K Fuzzy. That was a close match. Were you surprised with the decision at all?
I was.
You thought it was going to go the other way?
Yeah, I mean, they're good. They're a good driver, good team, so I didn't think I'd win.
Well, it was still an amazing performance. What kind of adjustments are you guys going to make moving forward?
I don't know. Frankly, it did what it was supposed to, as long as we hoped it would. So I didn't expect the fight to go 3 minutes. I didn't expect a decision.
Hey, you pulled it off. Congratulations, you got your first win here.
Thank you.
Well done. All right, I'm here with Black Dragon, João Marcos. You guys showed some amazing driving out there. You know, Brazil has produced some of the best in motorsports, and now in BattleBots as well. How important was the driving out there?
So our driver was really good at pushing the other robot and using the strategy to get around. So it was really great.
I've never seen a team lose and actually be this happy. I love the attitude, man.
Yeah, it was awesome. We're really happy. It's already a win to be here.
You guys showed a lot of talent, a lot of promise. Well done.
Kenny, that's the happiest group of losers I've ever seen with Black Dragon. But when they made the announcement to the crowd, they weren't as pleased. How did you see it here?
Right, listen, it was definitely a close fight. I think what really hurt the Brazilian squad was the fact that their primary weapon went down early. But that being said, I thought they were going to get the nod for the decision. I loved it.
Let the bot battle begin. Alice says hello with its spinner.
Fire it next time.
Those little pieces of plastic on Shatter are supposed to fly. Whoa! Holy smokes! Parts all over the BattleBots!
Chris, the Hammerhead on Shatter is history.
One of the biggest weapon-on-weapon hits we've seen this year, Kenny. And Malice looks like its weapon might be history, too.
Yeah, I think they lost a belt in that exchange.
Shatter's axe is swinging, but the head is gone. So this really has come down to a driving contest for Adam Wrigley and Team Shatter. Their weapon has been sprayed all over the battle box. But still, gotta give them credit, Kenny. They're trying with that arm.
Yeah, just staying aggressive. I mean, both teams here have to be thinking, try to survive the next 2 minutes and get it to the judges. They're going to do anything they can to score points.
So really, it might come down to driving now over the next 2 minutes.
Well, this is what happens when you have two very dangerous primary weapons. Both took a lot of damage on those collisions and on those strikes.
This is going to be a fascinating chess match to watch unfold as both bots try to score points in the control and aggression categories, Kenny.
That's right, you can see Malice trying to use its drivetrain to control Shatter here.
Keep hitting.
All that said, Chris, how many fights have we seen come down to what the judges think of damage?
Who was able to do a lot more damage? It looks like Shatter might be burning up as well, Chris.
Yeah, definitely smoking a little bit. Something to keep your eye on.
Oh, they're really burning out those motors, trying to push Malice around the battle box.
Well, that's what you have to do at this point. When you have lost your primary weapon, the only weapon you have is the battle box. Can you get somebody into the screws? Can you get them into the corner and drop a 100-pound pulverizer on their head?
Like Shatter might be slowing down a little bit here, Chris.
Under a minute to go. It's a test of wills at this point. Can both these bots make it the full 3 minutes and force a judge's decision?
Malice trying to get around to the side or the back of Shatter right now.
You got him, Russ. You got him. Kill him.
And right now, Adam Wrigley isn't having it. Doing a good job with some defensive driving.
Adam Wrigley trying to use that little Stubbs arm, but it's really not doing much damage at all as we are under 20 seconds to go.
Keep at him.
The pulverizer just missed Shatter.
Slaughter him.
Chris, you can hear Bunny coaching her team to victory here. We'll see.
Final few ticks, and this one's going to the judges. And once again, the judges are scoring on an 11-point scale. They can divvy up the points as they deem necessary in 3 different categories. 5 points awarded for damage, 3 for aggression, and 3 for control. Your judges are all former BattleBots participants: Derek Young, Lisa Winter, Jason Bardis. So let's show you exactly how this whole thing unfolded. It really was one big hit early on.
There's that shot right there. You see the belt fly off of Malice, and at the same time, that hammer came off, and basically it became a shoving match for the remainder of this fight. You see the damage done to the front wedge of Shatter. It could come down to that.
Peter, how would you score it?
Oh, I would not want to be a judge for this one. I would probably score 3 points to Malice due to the fact that they knocked the Hammerhead completely off. Malice only really lost the belt of their weapon, so weren't as heavily damaged, even though they did incapacitate the weapon.
I see, Pete. You are a TV veteran. You want no part of the judges' chamber.
I want no part of the internet at this point.
Let's throw it down to Farouk, who has the decision.
The results from the judges are in. We have a split decision. Judge Lisa scored the battle for Malice. Judge Jason scored the battle for Shatter. Judge Derek scored the battle for the winner, Malice!
Bunny, can you take us through the fight?
I guess. So we got out there, and that very first hit, we're pretty sure his hammer went right through our belt that drives our weapon. So, but we took out his head, and that's exactly what we're supposed to do. And he just, after that, it is what it is, you know? And he was, look at Rush drive amazing. I mean, Adam is an amazing driver with those Omni wheels. It's a lot harder than it looks, guys. Trust me, I've been there.
So you kind of expected that to happen. You knew that was a vulnerability of your robot. That wasn't just a lucky shot from Shatter.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. I mean, you can't protect for everything.
Adam Wrigley and Team Shatter, when you heard the announcement, we have a split decision, what was going through your head?
Well, I mean, first off, I just want to say congrats to Bunny for the win. Great job on their part to take it home. When the split decision was announced, I was surprised because I thought that we would get a unanimous decision in our favor. And I was even more surprised when it was a split decision in their favor. I'll have to go watch the tape because maybe I watched a different fight.
All right, so why did you think you should have won it unanimously?
So as we set out to do, first swing of the hammer, we broke their weapon. Their weapon didn't work at all the rest of the fight, and ours did. The hammerhead came off, but the arm was still firing, weapon was still working, drive was still working. We got him in the screws. We toyed with them in the arena. We got them where we wanted them to be. They couldn't push us where they were trying to push us. So I don't know how the scorecard broke down. I'd love to see it so I can fix it next time. You know, we always want to improve. So if the judges saw something else, we want to figure out what it was so we can go back and fix it. Because we did exactly what we wanted to do, and it didn't work.
Adam Wrigley, as always, we appreciate the time. You guys fall to 1-1, but you're still very much in this thing because the selection committee is always watching.
Thanks, guys.